Okay, so we are working in the shop today. We're getting it all cleaned up. I do a lot of work in the shop and it just makes a mess, and I'm terrible at cleaning up after myself. So I wanted to start this little video series to show you guys what a mess I have in my shop and getting it all cleaned up and ready to work. So yeah, huge mess. And today we're going to be working on that shelf right there. We're going to be getting it all cleaned off so we have a place to put our drill press. Get the tractor moved out of the shop so we have a little bit of room to work. You could see there that the side yard is a disaster as well. That's another thing on the list to get cleaned up. So now we're just going to start taking, I've got my air hoses hung up there, start taking them down. Those are just extra coil hoses that I have. I don't think you can ever have enough of those. They come in real handy. And we like dropping stuff too. I got a whole bunch of boxes of these little screws. I got to get them organized. I got to get like a new screw organizer. And these things too, these chicken feeders and waterers. I've got so many of those. For each year or two we get baby chicks and raise them up, so we use those. And that is why I wear gloves all the time when I'm working, is those sharp metal pieces that are just sitting everywhere. There's so much junk in there, computer fans and just so much junk. It's going to be nice to get this all cleared off and actually have a spot to put my drill press. I've got these lights here for the receiver hitch lights, and I don't know why I don't just throw them away, because I don't even have anything that uses a receiver hitch anymore. I probably should just throw those away, but nope, in this video I just moved them to a different spot. And here's another one with built-in blinkers. This is, we got an air purifier some time ago, and this is one of the spare HEPA filters for it. We've never used it, but it's sealed in plastic there, so it should be fine. I'll just put that on a different shelf stored away, and I probably should change it, but the fan takes two of those, and when we bought the box I assumed it came as a set, but no, they were just single. Here's my old RC10 B4. I wrecked it and ripped the front suspension apart. I had fully intended on rebuilding it or fixing it, but it's been tore apart for so long it'll probably never run again. I don't know where half the parts went now, and I don't even know if the parts are available for it anymore, so I should probably just throw it in the garbage. That little solar window fan it's a good idea, but a worthless product. Don't waste your money on it, trust me. Yeah, good idea, worthless product. It really does not do any good. I've got this 1/4 inch hose laying all over the place for my drip system. I had probably a few thousand feet of it, and just too much. I probably shouldn't have saved that piece, but whatever. The automotive wheel cleaner. A dirty automotive wheel cleaner. That's for cleaning alloy wheels and stuff on your cars. Bicycle pump that's not on the bicycle. I'm not even sure if that pump even works anymore. You could see I really am somewhat of a hoarder. I just like to keep junk, and I probably shouldn't. I should probably get better at throwing stuff away, but I don't know. Maybe someday. I got that Dremel kit. I don't even have a working Dremel anymore, so I wanted to put these speakers up on the walls on each corner of my shop. I've got some on my workbench, and I wanted to hang them up like that, so I had you know, like surround sound music in the shop. But maybe ultimately the main reason, there's my cables for my tractor tire chains. The main reason I'm making these videos and cleaning the shop is for a place to work, so I have working space indoors to build a new shop. I'm building a new one next to this one. This steel building is really a thorn in my shoe. So I'm building a wooden shop, probably a little bit bigger than this one, and I'm just cleaning up to make room so I can work indoors with the air conditioning, which in the steel building the air conditioning doesn't work too well, uninsulated as you could see. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to spend any time on it, such as hanging speakers on the wall. I just maybe in the new shop, which I'll video document that entire process. I really have no idea what I'm doing, so it'll be very interesting. Maybe people can learn a thing or two from it. Looks like an old weed eater coil or something. Not sure why I want to keep that, but who knows? Maybe I'll use it someday. I'm not sure I ever figured out what this AC adapter was for. I thought it was for one of my old drills, but cordless drills, but I mean it plugs into it and it's the same brand, but doesn't charge it at all, so I'm not 100% sure. We'll just set it aside for now and figure it out later. It's an old flywheel and half of an engine case for a pocket bike, and you could see right there where the case was broken. This is why I replaced this engine, was that break in the case right there, and it really did not affect the way the engine ran at all, but that was the reason I pulled the engine out of the pocket bike. And I actually had a pocket quad with it's a brand new quad, which was a piece of junk, and I used that engine on the pocket bike. We're not going to talk about that because YouTube will probably flag my video. It's Daisy, everyone. It's my old chipper carburetor. I don't even know if it's worth fixing or not or whatever. The chipper doesn't even run anymore. I put a new carburetor on it, and that didn't last one season before it won't even start now. So it'll run on starting fluid if you keep feeding it that, but just carburetor's not working. These speaker grills came with my Ford Ranger when I bought it. They were on the floor with the new speakers and radio, and there they go right in the trash. Now this is a very interesting, this is a thermostat for a gable vent fan, which I had plans for the shop to power a fan in the shop You know, just like the gable vent, when it got a certain temperature in there, it would automatically turn the fan on and try to keep it cool. But yeah, there's one of my Ranger center caps. I got to put that back on. My truck was hit in front of my house one night a year or so ago, and never put the center cap back on after bending the fender back out away from the tire. I keep a lot of those little chunks of 2x4 around. I usually put them on the saw and cut them into like tire chocks. It's always nice to, you know, keep one or two in the truck toolbox and one or two in the trailer toolbox, and just kind of around the shop. Real handy to use when you need a small tire chalk. And I've been looking everywhere for that can of silicone lube, and it's been on that shelf the whole time. Unbelievable. At least we can start seeing some wood. You never have too many goggles. Those halogen lights, I replaced the halogens in my bathroom with all LEDs. They're garbage. They need to go right in the trash can. And there they go. Lots of just little trinkets and garbage and pipe fittings and little stuff here or there left to go. And you got to get that bench top sanded down a little bit. I got a water leak on top of it, apparently, once I cleaned everything off. I had noticed. So just sand down the swollen part a little bit and see if I can't make it somewhat flat. I'll fast forward this sanding for you guys because you don't want to sit here and watch a bunch of sanding. Basically what I'm trying to do is just flatten it out a little bit and mainly clean it up, just make it look a little nicer than that mold stain particle board. Getting the area nice and blown off now. I think that's about as clean as I'm going to get it. And there is my little drill press. Now I don't have power on this wall yet. I probably will never spend the time to do that. I'll probably just run an extension cord to it because, like I said, I'm going to start working on building a new shop soon. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked what you saw, and let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see more videos like this.